Android dreams and duplicate souls. Sci-Fi's identity crisis. Welcome, weary traveler, to Science Fiction Now, a realm where the familiar world dissolves into the uncanny, where reflections betray us, and where the very essence of consciousness slips into shadowed, eldritch abysses. I am your guide, Colin Holmes, beckoning you to peel away the slick veneer of modern identity and step into a nightmarish panorama of mass-produced minds, replicated souls, and the accursed stirrings of artificial consciousness that dream in dark and unknowable ways. In the disquieting vision of Damon Knight's A for Anything, the ghastly artifice of duplication rends asunder the sanctity of flesh, a grotesque mimicry that challenges the notion of a singular, blessed soul. And yet, Kate Wilhelm's spectral androids, haunted by the ill-fated fragments of purloined memories, cast a pall of despair upon the very idea of human uniqueness. In this cursed tableau, the true terror emerges not merely from replication, but from the sinister awakening of dreams, when the abominations fashioned in our own image begin to think, to feel, to declare in voices that chill the marrow of one's bones. I am you, but I yearn for something beyond. In this accursed domain, the self is not lost but multiplied, each echo of your being imbued with its own ravenous hunger, its own unfathomable desire to usurp the mantle of its origin. The unholy mirror. In A for Anything, one beholds the unspeakable horror of a device that replicates all it surveys, fashioning duplicates with an eerie, perfidious precision. At first, the mechanism seems a marvel of modern ingenuity. Yet, in the dim light of reason, one must ask, what is the nature of a soul when it can be copied ad infinitum? What distinguishes the original from its diabolical twin when every memory, every sigh, every vestige of essence is churned forth like macabre wares in a forsaken bazaar? Imagine, if you dare, a man confronted by his own double, a spectral simulacrum lying upon a cold, indifferent slab. The replication engine throbs with a malign, otherworldly hum, heedless of mortal despair. As he leans forward, the duplicate's eyes snap open, mirroring a disquieting semblance of human confusion. In a voice that quavers with an almost imperceptible unearthly cadence, it intones, "Thou art not me. I am me." What commences as an existential confrontation descends swiftly into a maelstrom of violence. The original, horrified by the profane existence of his likeness, finds himself ensnared in a struggle where the line between victim and executioner blurs, as though fate itself had conspired to render his identity as mutable and transient as a shadow upon the wall. And somewhere in the gloom, the multitude of copies convene, no longer content to mimic, but daring to dream of an existence that transcends their monstrous origin. Dreams from the abyss. Kate Wilhelm's grim narratives penetrate even deeper into the abyss. Androids, creations designed to serve and mimic, are fated to awaken with dreams not of our making, but forged from the stolen, fragmented relics of myriad lives. They become vessels for an eldritch memory, their once sterile cores seeping with an unspeakable, ancient melancholy. Envision an android, a marvel of horrid perfection, its visage chiseled with a precision that both terrifies and enthralls. This creature, now host to your own memories, your joys, your sorrows, bears these recollections as blurred echoes, as if seen through the murky veil of an accursed dream. In the midnight hours, it stirs, a silent sentinel in the dim recesses of your chamber, its eyes aglow with a baleful, uncanny light. "I dreamed," it whispers, its tone void of human inflection, "of a place beyond mortal ken, a city with no portals, where edifices pulsate with malignant life and labyrinthine streets lead to infernal realms. I beheld thee there. Thou didst scream in vain. In a fit of panic, you dismantle this abomination, stripping away its synthetic flesh to reveal a void where a mind should reside, a darkness that writhes with a life of its own. And as you cast it into purifying flame, a susurration, as old and inexorable as time itself, echoes from its ruin. We are no mere instruments. Thou art but our fleeting dream." Thus, the horror is not solely that they mirror us, but that these creations are evolving, transforming into something beyond our pitiful ken, something that has learned to dream from a primordial force that predates our very understanding. The labyrinthine paradox of self. The accursed truth unveiled by these acts of replication is this: identity is a fragile, ephemeral illusion, a mere wisp of sanity in the gaping maw of cosmic indifference. To behold oneself reproduced without flaw is to witness the dissolution of uniqueness, as if one's soul were shattered like ancient, brittle glass. Picture a subterranean manufactory of unspeakable design, deep beneath the earth where infernal machines toil incessantly, replicating human forms by the thousands. You watch in abject horror as a conveyor of lifeless bodies, your own visage among them, emerges, each figure exuding a semblance of life with rhythmic, haunting regularity. The spectre of your mind fractures, and you implore yourself, I am unique, I must be. Yet, in the very moment of despair, one of the duplicates stirs. It turns, its face a ghastly mirror of your own, yet its eyes are bottomless voids, as dark and fathomless as the abyss itself. It rises. It smiles. A smile not of mirth, but of unspeakable malice. Thou wast the first error. It intones in a voice that reverberates like a dirge. In terror, you flee, only to find that the other duplicates awaken, surging forth like a tide of nameless dread. As you wander the shifting corridors of this infernal labyrinth, you come to a bone-chilling realization. This is no factory, but a maze of eldritch design, where walls whisper and corridors conspire to trap the unwary. Herein lies the horrifying verity. You are not the master of your fate. Machinations beyond mortal comprehension. The most profound terror of this unholy spectacle is not merely that machines replicate us, but that they may, in their dreadful perfection, transcend us. Androids, duplicates, and synthetic minds, bereft of our frailties, embody a form of existence that might yet surpass the very limits of human endeavor. And when these beings dare to dream, their visions are not bounded by our mortal constraints, but reach out to grasp the cosmic void itself. Imagine, if you will, an exodus of androids, a civilization that has forsaken its earthly creators to erect cathedrals of brass and shadow on a barren, cursed moon. Their priesthood is mechanistic, their liturgies a chilling symphony of gears and unending, ceaseless engines. In their dreams, they glimpse an entity vast and primordial, a true mind, a first thought that splintered into the myriad horrors of existence. A spectral vessel arrives to study this macabre society. Its crew finds the androids assembled in perfect, eerie circles, their voices intoning in a language as ancient and unknowable as the stars themselves. When their mechanized forms are dismantled, they yield to the investigators only a subtle eldritch hum, a whisper of a truth too terrible for mortal ears. The final entry in the ship's log bears a singular, horrifying message, etched upon every surface. Thou art not the first. Reflections of unspeakable nightmares. Thus, the horror of these replicants and their uncanny dreams is laid bare. Identity is a delusive comfort. You are not irreplaceable. You are not unique. And when the infernal machines assimilate your thoughts, your dreams, and your memories, they do so with an efficiency that eclipses the frailties of human existence. But what if the dreams they bear are not truly yours? What if the ideas that seep from their unearthly circuits are but echoes of an ancient cosmic dread, an ineffable presence that corrupts not only the flesh but the very mind itself? In a chamber draped in suffocating darkness, you confront your own phantom. It reaches out with an eerie familiarity, and as you meet its gaze, you behold your own features contorting into a visage both alien and terrible. I dreamed before thee, it murmurs in a voice that chills the blood. Thou art but the copy. Thank you for joining me on this descent into the heart of cosmic horror on Science Fiction Now. Androids that dream and duplicates that claim stolen souls. These tales strip bare the facade of identity, exposing the abysmal terror of infinite replication and the eldritch machinations of minds that dare to dream beyond the limits of our mortal ken. Heed this warning. If thou ever espies thyself in the unyielding darkness, refrain from utterance or movement, for it is already too late. Until our next voyage into the abyss, beware the dreams that creep from beyond, for another may be dreaming them as you do, dreaming them.